Good evening, world, and happy Labor Day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope the cookouts have been grand. Welcome to RWL's Labor Day Slam-A-Thon in London, England. I'm Don Hickson, and everyone is here. It's an all-hands-on-deck affair. The broadcast teams of both Snarl and Rage, both general managers. It is going to be a very busy 3 hours of RWL Championship Wrestling.
Oh, Dandy Don, I know you ain't lying. 3 hours of RWL mat action, a whole bunch of it. It's just like the culmination of the whole Summer Sweet Revenge tour, everything with a cherry on top. It is going to be absolutely crazy. Let's get things going. Our first contest, ladies division action tonight, with the bodyguard of American Power, Sister Golden Hair, in action in a return match with, look at this, Beckany and Beckwith. It's Babs Beckwith, and she is back tonight.
Good evening, London. We welcome you to the Rwl Labor Day Slam-A-Thon. Our first match tonight, set for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Making her way towards the ring, she is from the San Fernando Valley, California. Beckany and Beckwith. Babs Beckwith.
Right, well, good evening, and over to you, Myron Schimmelman. Some explanation, if you please.
Excuse me, good evening, everyone. Beckany and Beckwith, Babs Beck. She used to be Babs Stretch. Everybody knows how Babs Stretch used to be the voice of the RWL magazine when that was still a thing on the channel. Well, you know, they're not doing that anymore, and, well, she needs to compete every once in a while. A couple extra bucks here and there, and, well, she's going up against Sister Golden Hair. It should be a pretty good match. Beckany and Beckwith, Babs Beckwith, seasoned veteran. It's going to be really good.
Her opponent and women's double champion, Liberty Bell Danielle, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She is Sister Golden Hair.
Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote in the opening ceremonies, bringing in the American flag into the arena. A lady with a very full dance card tonight in that War Games match with her partner Patty Powers, women's world champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker, and Diane the Titaness against the future Endeavored. And now coming out here to support her friend, the bodyguard, Sister Golden Hair. And well, against Beckany and Beckwith, it looks like a pretty even match. Should be a terrific ladies division opening contest to start things off tonight.
Really want to thank Marcello, the sound guy from production, for fixing these microphones so I don't have to scream myself raw this time. Thank you again, Marcello. Oh, here we go with the opening match. The bell sounds, the ladies come center ring. Sister Golden Hair opens up with a couple of shots on Babs. And there's a trap suplex of Beckany and Beckwith. A knee from Sister Golden Hair. Sister Golden Hair goes to work on Babs, stretching the arm. Babs in trouble from the word go here. Look at this. Flip over neck whip. Sister Golden Hair on a roll here with Liberty Bell Danielle standing by ringside watching. She's going to have a great time tonight, too. A War Games match, man. Babs rolls out onto the floor. Sister Golden Hair on the top turnbuckle changes her mind about the high-risk maneuver. Probably a wild move. Babs back in the ring. Gets a hold of Sister Golden Hair. Drives a knee. Spike right into the face of Sister Golden Hair. And she looks like she's out. Wrist clutch, surfboard, baby steps to the back from Beckany and Beckwith. Driving knee from Babs. Babs rounds up Sister Golden Hair, gets a whip to the ropes, gets a hold of her for the belly-to-belly, but no. Golden Hair counters with a couple of hard shots. Babs off the ropes, flying punch, takes Golden Hair down to the mat. Sister Golden Hair catches a nasty shot from Babs. Drop toe hold from Sister Golden Hair. Drops the leg, starts stretching the leg from the side of the knee. Beckany and Beckwith counters with a series of shots, gets herself free from the hold. Both ladies up to their feet now. Golden Hair counters with a shot, gets a hold of Babs. Has her up over the shoulder, takes a little walk, and Babs gets hung up on the top rope. Here's a cover on the hook of the leg. 1, 2, just the 2. No, the 1, says Tom Cavanero. Oh, well now. Liberty Bell Danielle with a lot on her mind watching Sister Golden Hair work here. There's a suplex. A bat. Sweet little uppercut. And Sister Golden Hair makes her way to the top. Misses with the leg drop. Babs counters, rebound off the ropes with another flying punch. Golden Hair makes her way to a stand position, gets a hold of Babs. Babs whip to the ropes. There's a duck under. A little do-the hustle here, and there's a beautiful neck breaker. And Sister Golden Hair going right back to work on the arms and legs every time. Babs is on the canvas. Babs gets a hold of Sister Golden Hair. Props her up against the ropes. Whoa, jumping knee right to the head again. Beckney and Beckwith. A seasoned veteran doing a little bit of showing off here. Nice to see her back in action one more time here. Babs opens up with a series of shots and a drop kick right to the knee of Sister Golden Hair. Golden Hair rolls out over the... Oh, man. Whoosh. Babs turns herself into a beautiful Valley Girl human missile. As she goes to work again on the limbs. The Sister Golden Hair on the outside while the referee counts hard right, springs Golden Hair around. Babs drives a knee into her back. Follows that up with a stomp. Liberty Bell Danielle watching, but not interfering. Beckney and Beckwith with a series of kicks, wrist clutch kicks. Now going to work on the arms of Sister Golden Hair. The referee still counting. The time is wasting. Babs Beckwith drives both knees into the back of Sister Golden Hair. Babs rounds her up. Gets a hold of Sister Golden Hair. Golden Hair counters the whip. Gets Babs into the ring first. Sister Golden Hair taking her time. Over the top again. Beckney and Beckwith taking some serious high risks. Sister Golden Hair rolls back inside the ring. Babs right in behind her. Hard right to the back of the head. Babs gets a hold of Sister Golden Hair, takes her to the far right corner, smashes her head into the turnbuckle. There's a kick to the ribs. A counter from Sister Golden Hair who charges. There's a, nasty shoulder tackle right there. There's a cover. 1, 2, just one. So says the ring official. Sister Golden Hair, whoa, look at this. Oh, undid the turnbuckle. That's the second time we've ever seen her do that. Oh, well. Slammed face first into the mat by Babs. Babs Beckwith with a driving knee into... Oh, man. She got her in the lower abdomen. Sister Golden Hair definitely winded. Babs charges. There's a face wash. A boot right to the face of Sister Golden Hair. Babs Beckwith all the way up on the top turnbuckle here. Sister Golden Hair finally getting up to a standing position here. Oh! Flying punch off the top. Sister Golden Hair in some trouble here. And Beckney and Beckwith has turned it around in her favor. Sister Golden Hair very slow to get to a standing position here. Sister Golden Hair counters with an elbow. Standing dropkick. Takes Babs Beckwith down. And all of a sudden, Sister Golden Hair's back in action. Babs whip to the far left corner. Babs catches a poke in the chops from Sister Golden Hair. Babs Beckwith brought out of the corner with an assisted alley-oop from Sister Golden Hair. Babs Beckwith back to a standing position here, but Sister Golden Hair right there gets her hold of her about, oh, wow. Hangs her off the ropes by her waist. And that is a painful belt to wear, even if only for a second. There's a stomp to the gut. Sister Golden Hair back in control, thanks for the moment. Beckney and Beckwith being dragged towards center ring. Sister Golden Hair moves back in on her. Lines up the arm. There's a kick to the ribs. Sister Golden Hair lines up the leg. Here we go into a submission. Could be a tap out right here. Beckman and Beckwith not submitting. Sister Golden Hair releases the hold. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, this one's over. Sister Golden Hair picks up another win.
The time is 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Your winner, Sister Golden Hair.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing a lot of activity. No, Tim Curry is not doing the guest ring announcing tonight. Sister Golden Hair picking up a pinfall win over Beckman and Beckwith after basically just wearing poor Babs out. But Babs did have this one moment right here, right over the top rope, and took Sister Golden Hair down. Did it not once but twice, but nonetheless, Sister Golden Hair, the friend and bodyguard to Liberty Bell, Danielle, and Patty Powers, picking herself up a single win. We'll be right back with a whole lot more of tonight's Labor Day Slam-A-Thon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as the Labor Day Slam-A-Thon continues, up next, more ladies division action. This time, the veteran Michelle McCool set to face Brenda Blair, who has been very hot as of late.
Well, this one's going to be good. A lot of factors going on here. I'm writing this down.
This next match is set for 1 fall, with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, here's Michelle McCool.
Factors Myron, this part of that whole thing you mentioned earlier about tonight's matches. What's for your attention in this one?
And what's all that folderol you're scribbling? All right. To explain it in full, I booked tonight's matches, betting on each one who was going to win. And I was right on my first one. Sister Golden Hair picked up her win against Babs. Now I want to see what happens here, because I'm thinking Brenda Blair is going to win over Michelle McCool.
Well, still don't explain the note taken.
I'm checking off the factors that I chose to see which ones are right or which ones I missed.
And her opponent, from San Jose, California, here's Brenda Blair.
I get what he's saying, things like speed, experience, frequent pin attempts, their counter moves and all like that. I don't know. Sounds like speculation with extra steps. All right, here's my spin on this one. Brenda Blair is going to have a very tough time against Michelle McCool, a former women's champion who remains on her game, huh? Okay, now, I see the way you're all looking at me, so I will add, she lost her match against Patty Powers for the women's Gulf Coast title, and lost another to Stacy Keebler. Yeah, okay, but those were like 10 months ago. Maybe Michelle has been, training. Eating her vitamins, saying her prayers.
Believing in herself. Yeah, we get it. Now, we just have to wait and see. I'm favoring Brenda Blair. I don't know about you guys. You can just be mutinous if you want to. Well, guys, I just love a good supercard, and we've done this one up big. All right, Michelle McCool. And look at Brenda Blair just doing all kinds of showing off even before the bell's rung. There's the bell. Boom, Tom Kanamura. Standing by here as Michelle McCool opens up with a series of shots. And Michelle McCool with a boot to the face of Brenda Blair. Takes her down to the canvas, follows it up with another stomp to the face. Rebound off the ropes, a kick to the head of Brenda Blair. Brenda in trouble here. Well, now Michelle McCool misses with that driving knee. Brenda Blair counterattacks here, gets a hold of McCool. Boom. Nice trap suplex. McCool moves in, takes Brenda Blair down, follows up with a series of hard right hands to the head of Brenda Blair. Michelle McCool moves in again, gets a hold of Brenda Blair, whips her to the far left corner. Brenda counters with a boot to the face, gets a hold of Michelle McCool. McCool whipped to the ropes, spine buster. Brenda Blair shoved back by Michelle McCool. McCool follows up with a kick. Brenda Blair rolls to the outside. McCool in hot pursuit here. Gets a hold of Brenda Blair, knee breaker. And then, oh man, that knee got twisted pretty good. McCool slams Brenda Blair to the floor. Follows that up with a stomp to the back. Referee Tom Canamora counting. There's a kick to the leg of Brenda Blair. Brenda struggles to get to a standing position here. McCool's already back in the ring. Brenda Blair follows her in. Gets a hold of Michelle McCool. Catches her by the scruff of the neck. Takes her to the far right corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes McCool. Brenda Blair drapes the leg over the rope. Delivers a nasty kick right to the calf. McCool rounded up by Brenda Blair again. Taken down to the canvas in the corner. Look at this. Oh, here we go. Winds it up for the Windsor knot. There it is right there. Oh, kick to the keister, as you like to say, Don. Oh, man. Brenda Blair stomps the hands and fingers of Michelle McCool. Brenda all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Boom, drops the elbow. Just from above right there. There's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2. Brenda Blair with a kick right to the top of the crown of Michelle McCool. Has to go right back to work from zero here. McCool whipped to the ropes. Brenda Blair has her up. Slams her down for another spine buster. A beautiful double A style spine buster right there. Brenda Blair rounds her up. Chop right to the side of the head. Gathers it up again. Oh, man, a second one. Oh, I'll leave your ears ringing like Santa Maria's bells. Oh, that will too. That elbow right to the head of Michelle McCool. Brenda Blair moves right in on McCool. She comes back in after a quick respite. And into a pile driver. Oh, man. Oh, McCool felt all of that one. Brenda Blair rounds her up into a sleeper hold. Oh, well, too close to the rope, says the referee. You're going to have to break it up. And again, Brenda Blair has to start all over. It charges. And, psych! Brenda Blair has picked up a few tricks over the months. Here we go. Diving elbow again off the top turnbuckle. She's going to try it again, too. Ambitious. Brenda Blair not afraid to put her body on the line, that's for damn sure. Michelle McCool stands on up. Here we go. Oh, beautiful missile drop kick off the top turnbuckle. I said she has picked up some tricks. A series of clotheslines from Brenda Blair to Michelle McCool. McCool winds up in the corner. There's another clothesline. The exclamation point. There's a kick. Oh, man. A little chokey going on here in the corner. Brenda Blair denying everything, stonewalling it. There's a stomp to the back of Michelle McCool. There's another stomp and gonna walk it off too. Oh, man, that'll rearrange your innards. They lock up. McCool with the advantage. Whips Brenda to the ropes. There's an elbow. Takes down Brenda Blair. There's another stomp. There's another kick. Michelle McCool trying to regain control of things here. Brenda Blair slammed to the mat. There's a driving knee from Michelle McCool. McCool. Oh, well, a little display of arrogance here. Brenda Blair laid out and apparently in some kind of trouble here because she has not moved. McCool up on the middle rope. Does, oh, man. Brenda Blair was just trying to get out of the way, but it was just too late. McCool opens up with a couple of shots, gets a hold of Brenda Blair. There's another knee breaker. Dropping Brenda Blair in the center of the ring. She rolls out to the floor. Michelle McCool on the other side of the ring. She is making a beeline for Brenda Blair. Brenda charges right into a fist from Michelle McCool. There's a snap mirror into that dragon sleeper. Referee Tom Canamora. The count already on here. Brenda Blair gets a hold of Michelle McCool. Michelle McCool counters with some elbows. Backs off Brenda Blair. Brenda rounded up. Brenda counters the whip. Michelle McCool puts on the brakes. No ring post song this time tonight, folks. Sorry about that. Don't blame me. She didn't get whipped into the ring post. Michelle McCool rounds up Brenda Blair. Escorts her back towards the ring. And finally we get this one back in order. McCool rolls in after Blair. There's a hard shot to the head of Brenda Blair. Michelle McCool has her up, vertical suplex on Brenda Blair. And again, Michelle McCool showing her disdain for Brenda Blair. Moves in real quick on Brenda before she can get anything done. There's another vertical suplex. And Brenda Blair losing control of this one, hot, quick, and in a hurry. Michelle McCool covers. 1, 2, but no. 2, says the referee. Again, Brenda Blair not moving. Michelle McCool all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Brenda slowly making her way back to a standing position here. Here we go. Oh, man. Flying elbow right to the chin. Brenda Blair struggling to get to her feet. Michelle McCool absolutely ruthless right now. Brenda whip to the ropes. Puts on the brakes. Delivers a quick kick to the gut. Has her up. Look at this. Spinning crucifix. And boom, into the sit-out powerbomb. Oh, man, 1, 2, 3. You can chalk this one up. Brenda Blair with a pretty cool win right here.
The time was 7 minutes and 25 seconds. And your winner, Brenda Blair.
All right, Myron, Mr. Social Experiment. What did you see in your control hamster? Well, I'll tell you what, Brenda Blair fought back because Michelle McCool was taking the advantage away. She was gaining too much momentum, and Brenda was losing control of the match, and she fought back, and she got the win. It was a beautiful move, by the way. All right, well, coming up next, a whole lot more on the Labor Day Slam-A-Thon, just hours and hours of wrestling action when we return. Hey, all right, gang, welcome back to RWL Sweet Revenge Labor Day Slam-A-Thon. Oh, so far, so good. That's 2 matches down in the books, and coming up, this one's going to be something extra special, and that's no kidding. Team Euro, Sir Reggie Smythe and Tibor Belescu, we always see them in tag team competition. We see them in singles all the time, but tonight's going to be a little bit different as Team Euro expands to a 3-member trio. And here to tell us more about it is Chicago Danny Awesome.
All right, danke schön, der Tex. You know, everybody knows Team Euro, the light heavyweight champion, Sir Reggie Smythe, and the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Belescu, the Snarl television champion. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, something extra special as Team Euro expands to a group of 3 with the addition of the Greek hustler Ari Alexandros as they go 3-on-3 tonight against the Toxic Table, Ty Schmidt, AJ Hawk, and Boston Connor. And with me to talk about it right now is light heavyweight champion and team captain Sir Reggie Smythe. Reg, before you go out there tonight, listen, first of all, what's with the new expansion?
Well, always to try new things, Danny. Actually, we met Aristotle last week, Tibor and I, and we hit it off famously. And so, Ari wanted to try something new, and we decided, well, Team Euro could be a trio now.
You guys certainly didn't waste any time. Let's get a good steamy gawk at that logo. Yeah, that is beautiful. The flags of the United Kingdom, Hungary, and Greece all put together with that beautiful... Reggie, that's a beautiful logo.
Well, thank you, Danny, but I can't take the credit. It's Tibor's. He had a thing in art design before he started in wrestling.
Damn, Reg, he's good. He's crackerjack. All right, so let's talk about the Toxic Table. You guys have had a couple of weeks training time like Batman. So what's it looking like, Reg?
It's looking a lot like 3 stupid Yank colonials about to catch some serious hands. Ty Schmidt, Boston Connor, and AJ Hawk against Sir Reggie Smythe, Tibor Belescu, and Ari Alexandros. Well, can't really say I like their odds very much, can I, Danny?
All right, Sir Reggie Smythe, captain of Team Euro +1, ready to face the Toxic Table in a 6-man tag. Back over to you guys in the booth.
Well, thank you, Chicago Danny Awesome. As you heard, coming up next, 6-man tag competition, the Toxic Table, AJ Hawk, Boston Connor, and Ty Schmidt, facing the new, expanded version of Team Euro, Sir Reggie Smythe, Tibor Belescu, and Ari Alexandros.
This is my evil. I did this.
Myron, you lousy, cold-hearted villain.
This next 6-man tag team match is set for 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first both from parts unknown, combined weight also unknown. So here are The team of Boston Common and EJ Hawk, the toxic team.
Strutting in here acting like the damn Freebirds, but they look more like the Three Stooges to me. Larry, Moe, and Shemp. We don't even get a Curly here. AJ Hawk, Boston Connor, and Tosh Schmidt. Myron, your attempt to socialize these animals and turn them into wrestlers is actually starting to bear fruit. These guys are displaying little moments of brilliance here and there. I don't know, man. This new Team Euro +1 with Ari Alexandros thrown into the mix. You really cooked up a beauty this time.
I know, it's going to be really interesting. Because actually they are getting better and better every time we see them. So now we're going to see them against Team Euro for the first time. This is going to be insane.
Well, we've seen the Greek Hustler a couple of times. He's 2 for 2 in singles competition. Let's see what his tag team mechanics are like with Tibor Valescu and Sir Reggie Smythe.
And their opponents, making their trio debut tonight, had a combined weight of 682 pounds light heavyweight champion Sir Reggie Smythe, now television champion Tibor Valescu. The Greek Hustler, Ari Alexandros, Team Euro +1.
Oh, you talk about a natural triple. Man, Sir Reggie Smythe, Tibor Valescu, Ari Alexandros, the United Kingdom, Hungary, and Greece all represented as a regular UN of wrestlers. Team Euro +1, look at that logo. Yeah, that is pretty sweet. Got him at Tibor Valescu, designed that apparently. And man, Sir Reggie and Tibor Valescu apparently hitting it off with the Greek Hustler. Some sort of commonality they got, but they've decided to try it out as a 3-man unit against the Toxic Table. Myron, I don't really think the Toxic Table stands much of a chance.
Neither do I. But we'll see how they're progressing. Let's see how my control hamsters are progressing, like you said.
Fans have already been vibing with Ari Alexandros in his singles matches. And now that Sir Reggie and Tibor Valescu have taken the Greek Hustler under their wing as a junior partner on trial, the fans in the house tonight are quickly falling behind this updated version of Team Euro.
Well, definitely guaranteed to be new, different, and exciting. AJ Hawk and Sir Reggie Smythe starting off here. AJ Hawk with a right and a headbutt to Sir Reggie, takes him down to the canvas and busts him open immediately. Look at this here. Big time sit-out powerbomb from AJ Hawk, a rolling elbow across the back of Sir Reggie Smythe. The battling Briton rounded up by his throat by AJ Hawk, pitched halfway across town. AJ Hawk gonna beat it out of town and turn it over to Boston Connor. Here comes the Hamburg whip. Oh man, running elbow. Here's another quick cover and a hook of the leg. These guys have definitely some evolved Pokemon, these guys, man. Boston Connor with a Hurricane Rana on Sir Reggie Smythe. Clubbing overhead right. Boston Connor. He nailed him with a pile driver early. Man, ain't even out of the first minute yet. Sir Reggie Smythe taking a beating here at the hands of AJ Hawk and Boston Connor. Boston Connor going to beat it out of town. Here comes AJ Hawk against Sir Reggie Smythe. Just getting to his feet. There's another elbow. And Sir Reggie Smythe is on the defensive here. AJ Hawk goes behind, has him up. Scoop slam, inverted scoop slam from AJ Hawk. Sir Reggie Smythe counters finally. There's a kick to the midsection. The battling Briton spins him around with the right, goes behind, has him up in the electric chair position. And whoa! Reverse clothesline to the back of the head. Rebound moonsault off the top rope from Sir Reggie, who woke up real quick. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, a near fall. Sir Reggie Smythe gets a hold of Tosh Schmidt, pitches him to the outside, goes back to work on AJ Hawk, a series of punches and kicks, and down goes AJ Hawk. Sir Reggie Smythe busted open and fired up. Oh man, there we go. The battling Briton with all that boxing experience, he's a master striker. And AJ Hawk could be in trouble if Sir Reggie Smythe decides to open up. He is definitely fired up. AJ Hawk charges, there's an elbow. Takes Sir Reggie Smythe down. Reg counters the whip into the corner. Goes AJ Hawk into his own team's corner. Sir Reggie Smythe rebounds off the middle rope. Spinning kick. Takes AJ Hawk down again. Here comes the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Valescu. So far, Team Euro in control here. The Hungarian Hurricane with a kick to A.J. Hawk. There's a rebound off the middle rope and another flying kick from Tibor Bolescu. A little bit of Bruce Lee right there, and in comes the Hamburglar again. Boston Connor catches a running kick from Tibor Bolescu. A.J. Hawk's just coming to consciousness here as the Bolescu goes to work on the legs of the Hamburglar. Boston Connor in big trouble. Tibor opening up with those big old hams. A series of shots and a stomp to the gut, and there's another one. The Hungarian Hurricane with a series of short rocket kicks to the head of Boston Connor. And Boston Connor not looking too smug right about now. Tibor Bolescu gets a hold of Boston Connor. Stomps both knees into the canvas. Bolescu with a stomp to the shoulder of Boston Connor. Connor rounded up, wrist clutch stomps. A wrist clutch kick to the face. He's not letting go of that arm. The Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Bolescu, lines up both arms on Boston Connor. A pair of knees driven right into the back of Boston Connor. Tibor Bolescu running forearms. And wow, Boston Connor with one man. Bolescu misses with the spear that time. Gets a hold of Boston Connor. Axe kick takes him down. Here's a hot tag to A.J. Hawk. Bolescu charges. Catches a right from A.J. Hawk. Hawk goes behind on Bolescu, has him up. Slams him face down into the canvas. A.J. Hawk with a hold on Bolescu from behind, has him up. Gravity suplex right there. A.J. Hawk with a headbutt to the Hungarian Hurricane. A.J. Hawk pitches Bolescu by his head halfway across town. Look at this. A.J. Hawk stalking Bolescu, winds him up, drives a knee, and there's a clothesline. A.J. Hawk really lighting up Tibor Bolescu here as the advantage shifts over to the toxic table. Bolescu pitched towards the far corner. A.J. Hawk fired up. Here comes the Greek hustler, Ari Alexandros, with a wraparound DDT to A.J. Hawk. Here he goes. Ari Alexandros catches a shot from Boston Connor. Goes after Ty Schmidt. Goes after Boston Connor. Goes after Ty Schmidt. Gets a hold of Ty Schmidt. Here's a shot. Here's a kick. Out goes Ty Schmidt. A.J. Hawk gets a hold of Ari Alexandros and catches him with a spear. The Greek hustler is laid out. Here's a cover one, but only just a one. Tibor Bolescu there to try and make the save if he had to. A.J. Hawk gets a hold of Ari Alexandros. Counter whip to the ropes by Alexandros. And a beautiful neckbreaker from the Greek hustler. Here comes Sir Reggie Smythe again. A.J. Hawk just getting to his feet. Misses with the kick. Sir Reggie swings and misses. A.J. Hawk drives his head into the turnbuckle. A.J. Hawk does it again. A.J. Hawk with a hold on Sir Reggie, drapes the leg over the rope, delivers the kick to the calf. Sir Reggie Smythe in some trouble here at the hands of A.J. Hawk. The toxic table trying to turn the tables here all the way up for the long vertical suplex, but no, Sir Reggie with a chop block to the knee. Says, no, I'm not going for that ride. Whip to the ropes, the corner. Excuse me, Sir Reggie Smythe tags in the Hungarian Hurricane. A.J. Hawk in the corner. Here comes Bolescu. Tibor Bolescu off the middle rope. Another beautiful flying kick. Here's another cover of a hook of the leg. One. Just one, says referee Tom Canamora. A series of wrist clutch kicks. And there's a forearm to A.J. Hawk from the Hungarian Hurricane. The Snarl Television Champion gets a hold of A.J. Hawk, lifts him to the ropes, misses with the spear again. He's getting frustrated. A.J. Hawk whips Bolescu to his team's corner. Here comes Ty Schmidt for the first time. There's a kick to the ribs of Tibor Bolescu. Bolescu with a series of kicks, and there's a knee to the head of Ty Schmidt. Another set of kicks, and there's another knee. Ty Schmidt don't know what's going on. Tibor Bolescu just spamming the move here. Gets a hold of Ty Schmidt. Hard whip to the ropes. Misses with the spear again. He's going to nail it sooner or later. Look at this beautiful, beautiful monkey toss from Ty Schmidt. The toxic table trying to turn it around here. Bolescu taking out Ty Schmidt. Looking a little bit fired up here. Bolescu on the outside. Here comes Ty Schmidt through the ropes and crashes and burns. Bolescu meantime gets a hold of AJ Hawk. Rolls him back inside the ring. Gets a hold of Ty Schmidt. On the outside, a series of knees to the midsection. The referee's counting. Bolescu rolls back inside the ring. Ty Schmidt in hot pursuit. AJ Hawk catching it from Bolescu. Bolescu turns around. There's Ty Schmidt. Gets a hold of Bolescu. Bolescu slammed into the turnbuckle again. Here's a hard right from Bolescu. Another turns him around. Ty Schmidt up over the shoulders. The Hungarian Hurricane names him with a spike knee. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. That is it. That is it. Team Euro picks up the win here. Wow.
The time was 8 minutes and 23 seconds. Your winners by pinfall. Team Euro plus.
Alright, in the final summation on this one, we saw some moments of brilliance, like we've said, from the toxic table. They all did pretty good. AJ Hawk's pretty tough. Boston Connor's pretty tough. Ty Schmidt got murdered. Ty Schmidt got absolutely destroyed. It fell apart for them once Ty Schmidt got tagged in. Got in there with Tibor Bolescu, the Hungarian Hurricane, and Tibor Bolescu absolutely destroyed him. He sure as hell did. Man. I hope he's still alive. We'll be back with more of the Labor Day Slam-A-Thon right after this brief break.
Alright fans, coming up next, a first time ever 4-man elimination gauntlet match involving Mad Dog Mark McKay, the Lightning Fast, Tony Dangerous, SP1 Scotty Priest, and Ricochet, the winner of which will face Gary Galaxy for the Cruiserweight title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a 4-man gauntlet match. Last man standing is the winner. And now, here are the rules for the 4-man gauntlet match. 2 wrestlers will start in the ring, and every 2 minutes, another wrestler joins the match. Elimination can only occur by pinfall or submission. The match continues until 1 wrestler remains, and he will be declared the winner.
Damn, just hearing this guy makes me think of my years as a misspent, unmasked teen at many a Rocky Horror midnight show.
You too, Tex? Come on. Let's do the time warp again.
Introducing first, from Statinopolis, weighing 194 pounds, the Lightning Fast, Tony
The
Dangerous.
Lightning Fast won RWL's Superhero in Residence. The Lightning Fast, Tony Dangerous, drawing number 1 here in this 4-way elimination gauntlet matchup. And Tony Dangerous heavily favored to win it, and why not? He has been a consistent winner, and he poses a threat whenever he's near, especially in a multi-man matchup. Tony Dangerous loves to zip around and loves to fly. He is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he does ping, ping, ping like Ricochet Rabbit. He is something else, ain't he? But, oh man, he's up here against SP1 Scotty Priest, a rival of his that hates his guts. Oh, and Ricochet, who don't like him too much neither. And then Mad Dog Mark McKay, he's the new wild card in the mix, the Dark Horse. Who knows what he's gonna do?
And his opponent from Glen Burnie, Maryland, weighing 192 pounds, SP1, Scotty Priest.
The metal maniac of Glen Burnie, Maryland, Warriors of Wrestling indie star Scotty Priest, also a multi-time RWL champ, who, like his rival Tony Dangerous, has sometimes held the titles at once. But hey, in this 4-man gauntlet, free for all, everybody and their mothers see themselves as the last man standing, and the one to face Cruiserweight champ Gary Galaxy for the title next. Ironic that Tony Dangerous and SP1 should be the ones starting this gauntlet match, given their positively poisonous rivalry.
Deep hatred. Very deep hatred. In fact, you might say Scotty Priest is Tony Dangerous' personal Lex Luthor.
Nailed it.
Old rivals Tony Dangerous and Priest gonna mix it up while the other 2 guys come in later. Every 2 minutes, it says. Oh man. And boy, Priest and Dangerous really don't like each other. There's the bell. Here we go. SP1 rebounds off the rope, takes Tony Dangerous down to the canvas face first. There's a kick to the side of the head. SP1 with a drop kick takes Tony Dangerous down to the mat again. Scotty Priest with a kick to the back of Tony Dangerous. The lightning fast one rounded back up. There's another drop kick from SP1. These guys always move fast, always deliver a great matchup. SP1 with a kick to the back of Tony Dangerous and going to work on the arms now. Rounds up the lightning fast one. Scotty Priest gets a hold of Tony Dangerous, has him hold, snap suplex, goes for the roll, delivers a second one. He's going to go for the trifecta. SP1 with a series of vertical suplexes on Tony Dangerous, and he has been kryptonite to the lightning fast one so far. And we still got a bunch of guys coming in, 2 more right after this. Time's running out too. SP1 Scotty Priest has been dominant on Tony Dangerous ever since the opening bell. Snap suplex again, winds him up. He's going to go for that trifecta twice. Going for a half dozen vertical suplexes on the lightning fast Tony Dangerous. And this match is just getting started. Scotty Priest covers. 1. Well, that did not work out. SP1 Scotty Priest with a stomp to the shoulder of Tony Dangerous. He is going to have to snap out of it because he is in big trouble. There's a knee right to the head of Tony Dangerous. SP1 going to work on the arms and shoulders of Tony. SP1 rallying the crowd here in London. Tony Dangerous gets a hold of him, and we got a few seconds away before the next guy comes in. Only be 1 or 2, so let's see which one it is. Oh, man. Well, there it is. There's the music. Mad Dog Mark McKay putting in another appearance tonight. Well, he has been most prolific since his debut on Rage months and months ago. Tony Dangerous. Whoa, he just went crossbody on took Priest to the outside. Mad Dog Mark McKay stopping to introduce himself to the folks. Tony Dangerous rounded up by SP1, driven into the ring steps. Here comes Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay goes behind on Scotty Priest. Drives a knee into the back of SP1. Drives another knee into the head of Scotty Priest. Tony Dangerous has rounded himself up a steel chair. Here he comes. Oh, man, a crack across the back of the skull. And another to Mad Dog Mark McKay. Tony Dangerous really open up with that steel chair. McKay back up on his feet. A Hurricane Rana from Tony takes him down onto the ramp. Scotty Priest back into the fray here. A kick, a chop on Tony Dangerous. Gets the underhook going here. And drives a knee right into the back of Tony Dangerous. Mad Dog Mark McKay introduces himself to Scotty Priest, says, "Hi, howdy. Meet my friend the Barricade." Fails to connect with that drop kick. I don't know what he was thinking. Tony Dangerous back up on his feet. It's just a dukeroo on the outside. No disqualification in this 3-way matchup. A knee from Tony Dangerous to Mad Dog Mark McKay. A series of chops. An elbow. SP1 through the ropes. A human missile to Tony Dangerous. Caught him from behind, not looking. Gotta have your head on a swivel in a 3-way match. Come on. Tony Dangerous gets a hold of SP1. Snap, there's him. Drop kick to the side of the head. Mad Dog Mark McKay catches an elbow from Tony, and down he goes. Tony Dangerous taking on 2 guys at once here. SP1 with that wheelbarrow flip on the lightning fast one. Mad Dog Mark McKay reaching for a little assistance. Whoa, man, pitched a stop sign and Tony Dangerous said stop. Here comes the next one. It's Ricochet. And he and Mad Dog Mark McKay got history. SP1's got history with... Oh, man, Ricochet's got history with everybody in this matchup. Which makes it all the more interesting. Myron, you are a wicked one.
I know, I tried.
Well, it is total pandemonium. There goes that stop sign again. Ricochet pitching it at SP1. Tony Dangerous trying to retreat to higher ground. Ricochet gets a hold of him, pitches him halfway across the ring. SP1 has taken out Mad Dog Mark McKay for the moment. Tony Dangerous taken down face first to the floor by Scotty Priest. Mad Dog Mark McKay catches a hurricane from Priest. Ricochet moves in on Tony Dangerous. A series of shots from Ricochet. SP1 rolls Mad Dog Mark McKay back into the ring. Ricochet with elbows to the midsection of SP1. Tony Dangerous is laid out and in trouble. He's been taking a whipping since the early goings. Ricochet with a steel chair. Swinging for SP1. SP1 disarms him. Mad Dog Mark McKay catches a little break in the middle of the ring. Comes on out, decides to join the party. Ricochet gets a hold of McKay. Tony Dangerous bringing a ladder into the mix here. Let's see how that comes into play, if it ever does. And it's total chaos on the other side of the ring. Priest rolls Ricochet back inside, spinning neck breaker. The Mad Dog Mark McKay. Tony Dangerous caught up by Ricochet. A drop kick to Tony Dangerous. Tony counters with a kick to the leg to Ricochet on the outside. It's SP1 and Mad Dog Mark McKay. A kick to the midsection for McKay. Here's a cover from Ricochet. One. But, man, just a one. SP1 catches a power bomb from Mad Dog Mark McKay on the outside. Tony Dangerous gets a hold of Ricochet, whips him to the far left corner. McKay going back under the ring for a little more assistance. Got himself a trash can. Tony Dangerous. He's going to fly. There it is. The frog splash. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, man. Priest catching the rim of that trash can from Mad Dog Mark McKay. He pitches the trash can after him. Well, this one's gotten real chaotic real quick. Tony Dangerous out after Ricochet, saying goodbye, so long, au revoir, you're done. Oh, that's one down. 3 guys left. Tony Dangerous gets a hold of McKay. And spins him with that flip. Priest through the rope and a tornado DDT on the outside from Scotty Priest to his old rival Tony Dangerous. Priest fails to connect with that one. Tony Dangerous nails him with a basement dropkick. Ricochet was out of here quick. It's down to McKay, Priest, and Tony Dangerous. Priest just nailed Tony Dangerous with his own move. And now these two, McKay and Priest, the ring steps dividing them. Tony Dangerous laying in the way, and he is laid out bad. And now it looks like some kind of mating ritual from a nature show. The two creatures guard each other carefully, minding one another's actions. Tony Dangerous back into the mix here. There goes Scotty Priest. Tony Dangerous gets a hold of Mad Dog Mark McKay, takes him down. Double boots from Mad Dog Mark McKay. Tony Dangerous with a hold of McKay. Priest with a hold of a chair. This is going to get bad. A DDT to Mad Dog Mark McKay. Tony Dangerous brained with the chair by Scotty Priest. He is unloading with that steel chair on the lightning fast one. Oh yeah, these two hate each other. Mad Dog Mark McKay in the meanwhile still figuring it all out. Priest rounds him up, reminds him where he is and what's going on. Pitches him towards the other side, but no good. Here's a kick to the midsection. SP1 gonna nail him with that slam. That wheelbarrow power. Oh man, McKay in trouble. Priest goes right back to work on Tony Dangerous. Slams him to the canvas face first. Might have caught the rim of that chair too. SP1 on fire here. Going to work on McKay. Tony Dangerous interrupts the party. Pitches him towards McKay. Tony Dangerous with a wheelbarrow DDT on Mad Dog Mark McKay. Scotty Priest rolls back into the ring. McKay goes behind on Tony. Rolls him into the ring. Oh, man. Priest with a right to Tony Dangerous. Mad Dog McKay watching from the outside as SP1 takes himself all the way up. There we go. Another frog splash. Here's another cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, this one's all over. SP1 Scotty Priest has gotten rid of Tony Dangerous. This down to Mad Dog Mark McKay. Here's another cover. 1, 2. Not quite the end just yet. Mad Dog Mark McKay still hanging on. Scotty Priest and Mad Dog Mark McKay It is down to these two fellas. Scotty Priest gets a hold of McKay. Another DDT. Face first into the mat for McKay. SB1 gonna fly. Here's another frog splash. Here's another cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. SB1 Scotty Priest wins this gauntlet match by pinfall.
The time was 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Your winner is P1, Scotty Priest.
Wow, that was cool as all get out. It was like Priest just lit up after Tony Dangerous was eliminated. Did you notice? And just going after pin on anything with a pulse. No wonder he's walking out of our first ever gauntlet match as a winner. And y'all just already know, Gary Galaxy had his eye on this match, and he wasn't gonna be cool about whoever the winner was. But now, Gary knows Scotty Priest is next in line to try and take the Cruiserweight title.
Hey, maybe our boy Johnny Bianco can get some insight from Sylvia Strong and Gary Galaxy about that one in the next hour. Speaking of the next hour, that is coming up. We are done with hour 1. We'll be back with hour 2 of the Labor Day Slam-A-Thon right after this brief intermission.
And now RWL wrestler Sir Reggie Smythe for Mrs. Gormley's Beef Tallow Crisps.